Hi everyone. Did you know that over 50% of realtors in the United States carry a self-defense weapon or some kind of self-defense tool with them on the regular, like in the day-to-day of their job? A self-defense weapon or tool as a realtor. It's bonkers. Like, we're not ninjas. We're, like Phil Dunphy said on Modern Family all those years ago, he played a realtor on that show and he said, we're ninjas in a blazer, ninjas in a sport coat. Yeah, that's the kind of ninjas we are. We're not the ninjas that are carrying around nunchuckas in our coat. We're not have brass knuckles or pepper spray or knives or shivs or, that's a jail knife, that kind of stuff. We're not those people. We're realtors. And just FYI, if you're watching from Canada, all those things I just mentioned are highly prohibited and illegal in Canada to possess in general. So 35% of realtors meet prospective clients that they have never met before at a showing or an isolated location. I don't know how many people in the world go to isolated locations with a predetermined place and time and meet somebody, with a complete stranger. It's like everything that your parents taught you not to do, you were taught in school, stranger danger. Why are we doing this? I mean, the number one stranger is Santa Claus, but at least there's people around watching. We literally go to random, strange, isolated, unfamiliar locations with complete strangers and meet them in a house that's closed, that no one knows that we're there. It is the weirdest profession. And most of the time, everybody's safe. Most of the time, if we do our jobs right, we're meeting people that we're comfortable with. But the fact that this is the case in this career, it sort of blows my mind. And that's why we have Realtor Safety Month. We have Realtor Safety Month because bad things have happened to realtors. We have Realtor Safety Month because these statistics that are being collected by number one, the National Association of Realtors, NAR in the US, tells us that we need to look closer at this topic and this issue. And so we're nearing the end of September, which is totally crazy. I cannot believe it's near the end of September already. But we are nearing the end of Realtor Safety Month. So let's keep the focus on it for a little longer because it might just help somebody. I don't know if you glaze over when people start talking about statistics and they're thrown out at you, or you're like, yeah, I love the numbers. I love stats. Talk to me about it. They make me happy. When hearing stats, I like to hear information. Like, to me, reports and numbers can make sense, but I prefer if they're in a graph where I can visually see what that means. Or a pie chart. Gotta love the pie chart. I love pie. Favorite pie. So I like me a pie chart that shows on the whole, this many agents don't carry weapons, this many agents carry weapons, this many carry knives, this many carry pepper spray, this many carry whatever. Obviously the laws in the US with weapons are different. We're not talking about that at all. And we're not actually talking about self-defense weapons today on this video. That is a whole other topic. So I don't even know why I went down that path. It's a hot topic. So I really like to see a statistic that tells me what it means. We have realtor safety stats because a quarter of the time, 25% of the time that realtors, real estate agents are performing their duties, they have reported feeling unsafe. 25% of the time. If you think about when you go to work, you're probably a realtor watching this, because why else would you watch this? If you were in another profession, you probably wouldn't be watching this video. So as a realtor, do you feel unsafe 25% of the time? And if you do, why? Like, look at why you feel unsafe, what can be done to change that feeling. And we shouldn't feel unsafe when we go to work. I mean, we just shouldn't. I don't know many professions of people that go to work on a daily basis who they feel unsafe, or a quarter of them feel unsafe or carry weapons. Like, these are the numbers. This is not lying. Well, numbers sometimes do lie, and we'll get to that. But when I was a police officer, I was a police officer for 18 years before getting into real estate. I dealt with a lot of high-risk situations on the regular, all the time. It was just expected and anticipated, and it was par for the course of what I was getting myself into. But as a realtor, I had no idea that I would actually feel unsafe at times at work. And I have, even with my background and my training and the safety practices I have in place. I still do go to work sometimes feeling unsafe, or get into a situation I'm like, oh, this person isn't who said they were, or this guy's screaming at us from over there, or we got to call the police because there's a situation going on in the house. Like, I never thought that I would feel unsafe as a realtor, but I have found myself feeling vulnerable on a number of occasions in this job. And it's not because I'm not carrying a firearm or pepper spray or a baton or a taser. I didn't carry a taser, but I'm not because I'm not carrying those things anymore, or that I don't have backup. It's not that. It's because that is a career that is anticipated to be high risk, not real estate. Real estate is high risk if you do dumb stuff and you get sued over it. Like, you lie about the status of a house, or you hide the rat infestation and then you get caught. Well, then you should get in trouble. And that's litigation. That's fine. But personal safety, I don't know why a realtor should feel unsafe. So a few of my colleagues, 2 women in particular, about 8 years ago when I got my real estate license, reported to me that they were being stalked at an open house by the same person at a number of open houses. And this topic became top of mind for me. And that's why we're talking about it regularly. Plus, it's still Realtor Safety Month. I think CREA, the Canadian Real Estate Association, has also declared September Realtor Safety Month for you Canadians out there, which is fantastic that we're actually getting some recognition that this is a topic we need to talk about. So the title of this video is Numbers Don't Lie. The reason I say this is because when it comes to numbers being reported, they're only as good as what they're getting in. It's like when you go talk to a doctor and you say, like, oh, my stomach, I'm getting stomach pains. And like, well, why are you getting stomach pains? Oh, well, I'm not sure. I'm just getting them. Well, what are you eating before you're getting them? Or what are you doing? Well, you don't tell them that you're eating 2 butter croissants or almond croissants, because you don't want the doctor to tell you to stop eating croissants. Like, who would want to live in a world without croissants? But if you don't tell them all the information, they cannot help you solve that problem. And it's the same with statistics. When you're asking questions of people, if you get 10 answers instead of 100 answers, then you're going to have less information. The statistics are going to be a little bit skewed. They're not going to make as much sense. And if people don't report crimes, don't report incidents, don't report feeling unsafe or that things are going on, then we're not going to know, and we're not going to know that we need to address it. So what I'm trying to say is that you need to take 5 minutes of your time to complete your realtor safety survey in your area, to report an incident that made you feel unsafe, to share with others what's going on. It's like the output is only as good as the input. So if you eat Smarties for breakfast, you're going to fly around for 15 minutes and then you're going to crash and burn. If you eat avocado and toast and a latte, you might go for hours and you might be able to keep that fuel burning. It's the same with statistics. If you're not completing the surveys, you're not giving the information, we're not getting an accurate picture of what's going on in the realtor safety realm. So numbers do lie only if we're underreporting or not reporting at all. So why do we need to know these information? It's because people like myself who are designing courses, producing videos, I promise to be more regular, giving lectures, talking to groups, trying to bring awareness and to this type of topic, to any topic, it matters. Like, this information and getting my best practices and others, the safety topics, the safety issues we're going to keep on discussing for the next 100 years, because there are so many topics we could talk about. It matters because the information that you receive and the awareness that you learn and that you have, that you're going to start doing as of today, it could save your life. That seems dramatic. It could save your life. It could save the life of a friend. A lot of the things we're going to talk about are going to be just things that you could do on a day-to-day basis. It could protect you and keep you safe in some way. But you really wouldn't believe some of the stories, the things that have happened to me, somebody who is trained to not let these things happen to her. So there's been some crazy, I've had to call the police 3 times as a realtor. Once was because of my own personal safety, and twice was because of erratic tenants, and that's a whole other topic. But we're not immune to it, and we have to consider these things. So with all the stats, the stories, unfortunately the murders and the assaults and the thefts, all the things, this is why we need Realtor Safety Month. We need it because people are saying they feel unsafe, because they're carrying weapons to work. Why do you carry a weapon when you're a realtor? We should not feel the need to do that. We should be able to find other ways to protect ourselves or not get ourselves into situations in which we feel unsafe. So what is top of your mind? Getting business, I understand that, but getting home safe should be number one priority. That is my number one priority. We can't sell our $1 million listings if we're not in a safe environment or not feeling like we're vulnerable. So I did this talk. I did a talk today with a group in the Okanagan, and yesterday with a group in Vancouver and Victoria on realtor safety at their request. I've been getting these requests since the recent passing of or murder of an agent in Ontario last month. And the talks are coming like crazy. People are wanting to keep the focus on realtor safety because it is Realtor Safety Month, and they're telling me their stories in every area, whether it's a rural place, a $5 million, one guy was telling me about his $5 million listing, another guy had an $11 million listing, and about an incident that occurred, and it's all security and everything. Nobody is impervious to this, and we're not trying to run this from a base of fear, but rather awareness. So let's keep talking, and who knows, it could keep you or someone you care about safe, and that's the most important thing. So please subscribe to this channel. I promise to keep these videos. We're gonna get some really interesting stories, and we're gonna talk tips, weekly tips. Like, comment, share this video, share with somebody, and ask questions and comments in the comments below, because I will answer, and if we get a discussion going, then it really might help somebody. Okay, be safe everyone, take care.